Good evening, people. Welcome back to part 5 of my Laurel and Hardy series. And this is a disc with 3 films on it only, but they're all films where they play dual roles. It's actually called Our Relations, which is the feature film, and dual role shorts, which are 2 shorts. But I actually watched them in order of when they came out, which I just usually go down the disc, but I just feel like 2 short films where they play dual roles, then a feature film, like they're building up to it. At least that's what I had in my head. So the first one, it actually goes Our Relations, Bratz, and Twice 2. I watched Bratz first because it is the first one, 1930. They play dual roles where Stan and Ollie are the parents of 2 kids who are also Stan and Ollie. They don't look anything like kids, they don't dress like kids, they don't sound like kids. It's just basically Laurel and Hardy shrunk on big oversized furniture to make it look like they're little. And I'd seen this one before, so I knew what was coming, but lots of fun, mainly from the kids, the brats. Like an oversized bath, they come up to the door handle of a door. So I do enjoy this one. There's a fun scene with grown-up Laurel and Hardy where they're playing pool, which made me chuckle quite a bit. But I've seen it before, I like it before, very clever how they do everything, I thought. So that's Bratz. Then from 1933, called Twice 2, which I'll say straight away I wasn't keen on, and there's a reason I wasn't keen on it. Typical Laurel and Hardy stuff in it. I chuckled a few times, but you have Stan and Ollie. They're married to each other's sister, but the sisters are played by Stan and Ollie dressed up as women with women's voices, and they sound creepy as fuck, they look creepy as fuck, and I just don't get any enjoyment in films of watching men dressed up as women. There's a couple of films maybe where Chaplin dresses up as a woman in the early days, or Buster Keaton dressed up as a woman. I don't enjoy that kind of stuff, but in it there was funny stuff in it. It's all about Stan and Ollie going home to their wives for a surprise 1-year anniversary party, and daft things happen, but when you hear them talk, and it's some woman that they had dubbed in for the Munchkins in The Wizard of Oz for one of the voices, it was just creepy as fuck, and I couldn't get past that. So I don't hate it, it's just the first one I can say I'm not that fussed on. Twice 2. Then the feature film Our Relations. Stan and Ollie find out they have twin brothers called Alf and Bert, but they're believed to be dead. They're not, they're sailors. They dock in the same town where Stan and Ollie live, and it all revolves around mistaken identity. You know, Alf and Bert or go into a cafe or go into a bar or a tavern, see 2, my eyes are going, see 2 girls that they like, they'll go and talk to them, and then later on Stan and Ollie will come in with their wives, and they'll think that they're them, and they're talking, they don't know who's going on or what's being said, who's going, who's who, and when they eventually end up in the same place, they don't immediately meet, but they meet up in the same place, and everyone's getting confused. Stan and Ollie are getting confused. Alf and Bert are getting confused. You can tell them apart, you know, by the way they dress. A little bit opposite of Stan and Ollie, but I thought that was pretty good. I enjoyed watching it, and it was just a good film. Perhaps one of the best films that I've seen so far. And I rather enjoyed that one. Our Relations, Mistaken Identity. We've seen it many times since, and maybe seen it before this, but I I really liked it. So that is Our Relations. Probably be my favourite. Then Bratz, and then Twice 2, which Stan and Ollie talking like this. Ugh. Didn't care for that too much, but anyway, that's another one checked off the list. This number 5, Bratz, Twice 2, Our Relations. Comments are welcome.